Hey, good evening, traders. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Let's get started here as we get ready to kick off the week. Let's look at the cues. Let's start with the cues. Right here, I have a daily chart, weekly chart, 15 minutes, and a 60 minutes chart. And I could tell you, I went through probably 500 plus charts, and I am not seeing anything that is setting up. So no new setups for tomorrow at least. Obviously, we're keeping an eye on Tesla, and we'll talk about it a little bit later. So let's take a look at the market. I'll start with the cues, as talked about. Here's some of the price action in the cues. We haven't had two lower lows in the cues until this time. Then we consolidated, move higher above the 21 period moving average, consolidated, move higher, and then we put a little bit of pullback here on the hourly chart right to where the base was. This was a nice base breakout. I mean, any other time I'll play this as momentum. I mean, look at this really, really nice base, and then we break out of this base, and now this is setting up at support. So it came right at support, put a nice doji bar here, and then starting to move higher. So let's see if this happens. This is obviously Q's new highs in the Qs. It looks like that Nike swoosh sign. So it's really nice on the weekly chart. There's nothing that tells me that we're ready to roll over, but there are things that tell me, okay, you know what? Q's indeed on Friday put a distribution day. So look at the volume here and where we're at as far as in the rally. So you have one, two, three. Let's count this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 days without making any significant low until this. And this spot sets up, for the Qs to move back to maybe test the 21 period moving average. Last time we did that was right here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10th day, and then gap down, and then we consolidate here for a couple of days and move higher. Same thing here. Look at this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days, move back, and then you can count this. So between 8 and 10 days, that is the magic number, and I went back as far as when we started the move. So with that said, let's have a look. Spies and Russell definitely had a good day definitely had a good day, and I'm going to remove some of these lines. These lines are probably no longer needed. I was kept adding line as we move forward, as we move head for support and resistance purposes, and now we clearly breaking out of this. This is a double top kind of right here, the rally where the gap down. Now we're almost at the new highs, which is 339.42, and I just don't think anything's stopping us from going to the new highs here, or in the spider, especially with the retail and XLF, which is financial sector, are really staging a nice rally, and those were the only one that were lagging. So in the S&P, your first line of defense will be right here, this gap close, which is right here, and then this support right here around 330, 324, and then 320. Obviously not sure, what needs to happen for us to get here. I just don't know if that's even in the cards as of now. And you just continue to move your resistance lines and support lines as you deem necessary, or as the price action changes. So that's just helps us to stay informed with the market. IWM, really nice day in IWM, which brought a lot of enthusiasm into the market that, hey, the economy is getting better. The small business are really getting going here, and once that happens, we're off to the races. And look at, nice volume here as well on the IWM, and IWM is almost reaching new highs as well. And as I talked about, it's really the financial sector that's helping to finally breaking out of this consolidation, breaking out of this range. There's 200 period moving average. But here's what's happening on JPM, which I took JPM, and this was a really good trade in JPM. I mean, I got in JPM right here, got stopped out. Could have entered here, but this is really setting up to be a nice play in JPM. If you really look at it, and I'm going to go over this really in detail. This is JPM right here, so that's your downtrend line. The downtrend has already been broken, but this is where the resistance is, and have a look and see what's happening with JPM. I mean, this is about to set up a pinch play here in JPM. Boom, move higher. Maybe 112 is the next target. So if we get an inside day right here, so if we stay within this right here, this right into this area. If we stay right into this area, I am actually looking to take JPM over the 99.50, let's call it 99.50, stop 95, target maybe 110 and higher. So I really like JPM. That's probably one of my best long ideas as banks. I've been watching banks. Same thing with Goldman Sachs, but I want to talk about the JPM. Now JPM rallied right here. So here's what you have to think about, how things actually works here. So right here, JPM, that's the low as you saw, moved higher, came back. So right here, so came back. This was that rally that I really liked. And this is the bell curve that I really like. So that's your first higher low. Now this right here is setting up your second higher low. Right up here, that is your second higher low. If I can draw this, and I didn't, so let me just go back and redraw this. That's your second higher low. You see this? So right now, this is breaking the downtrend, moving higher. Any inside day will be good to go. You've had 21 period moving average, about to move above the 50 period moving average, so it's setting up. I'm actually looking to get into some of these banks here. Goldman Sachs is already moving in a right direction. When you look at the Goldman Sachs, I mean, this is sitting right up here, right up here. This nice support right here, and the weekly chart looks really good. You've got a higher low here, you've got a higher low here, another higher low. Confirmed. This is a confirmed uptrend. Now, if this breaks this area right here, if Goldman Sachs takes out this area, let me move this here. So if this takes out this area, you watch out Goldman Sachs. Maybe new highs in the cards for Goldman Sachs. So this is the area to watch in Goldman Sachs. I love Goldman Sachs. Now look at the retail sector here. Retail sectors also looks super nice. I mean, look at it's just phenomenal action in retail sector. I mean, this not almost, but this thing doubled. So great action in retail, and retail is also heart and soul of our economy. So I like it. So let's have a look at our portfolio and see what we've got going on. Well, on Friday we closed ZM, break-even trade here in ZM. We also closed CRWD for a loss. CRWD for a loss, which is it's fine. I'm okay with taking this loss. I like this trade. It didn't work. Be it Okta, this is the second trade I took, and I took a second loss. I am probably still going to take a third shot at it. I really like this price, the chart, but it's just not working for me. But hey, not much I can do. On the brighter side, Z, boom, 25% profit. We played this in our day trading room, and then we played in a swing trade, and we made really good money in Z. Then we had TMUS, which is T-Mobile. Now T-Mobile it's coming out of a long base here. Look at this base on T-Mobile. This is going to be my top watch on Monday for day trade. This is actually a buy setup triggering in T-Mobile over 115.50, stop at 113. Let's just call it 113, super tight, and just keep it for as long as your stop doesn't get taken out, because it's a new highs and this looks really, really good. There's a lot of momentum behind T-Mobile, so keep an eye on T-Mobile. Lulu, we entered Lulu in 325. That's our average. We're 10%. I might add another 2 or 3% of Lulu over 345. I like this hourly base here after the breakout. It's trading above the 25% of the breakout bar, and this looks really good. So this can have a really good day. KR is a position trade. Everyone needs to understand it's a long-term trade, maybe 6 months to a year. and we enter at 34.30 on this trade. My target is 50. I am not settling for anything less than 50, but you just have to understand how this thing works, because it's just not a big mover. That's first of all. So that's why I have a 10% position. So this right here, 20 by 31, that should at least take us to 41. And it took a while for it to move. This is a monthly chart. On a monthly chart, the average ATR is about about $3 to $5 on this chart. I mean, look at this. This one is um, 21 by 24, $3. This is an anomaly. So every bar is about $3 bar on this chart. So we're going to take 6 months to get to our target. So that's where the average true range comes to play. So anyway, so that's for KR. Cost looks really good. We had a weekly. That's not what I wanted to do, but weekly 1, 2, 3, 4 trigger. So that is looking pretty good on the weekly. Look at this 1, 2, 3, 4 trigger. We can, I have moved the stop to 330.20, just below this area, just below right here, 330. I want to make sure that this thing is stay within this, but looks really good. I mean, the weekly chart is totally complementing the daily chart. We had a little bit of a red day, but it's almost at target, and I'm looking to take target in Costco. Next is ELMD. Look at this beautiful base here on ELMD. I mean, there's going to be a day when it's going to break out. It's going to put a bar like this on ELMD, and this could happen any day. Any day that we get a volume, that'll be a volume breakout, and it will take us to our target. And our entry was 1705. I'm looking for about 21.50 to $22 on this ELMD. I do want to talk about TDOC. There was so much hate mail that came from TDOC. Let me just explain the TDOC. Obviously, the news came of merger, which I had no idea. Otherwise, I would be rich because inside trading, and I don't do that. So I had no idea that there's going to be any news happening. They're going to be merging with LVGO or whatever that was. I saw this thing was trading at 240, and it wouldn't go down in a pre-market. Anytime you have a fresh breakout, I mean, remember, we took this as an earning play. We benefited. We entered this. We benefited. It was ready to move higher. Somebody knew something was happening other than LVGO merger. So that obviously caused some issues. But anytime when you have a new breakout and stock opens lower, there is tons of pent-up demand that bullies the gap. Well, in this case, it didn't happen. By the time I saw it, it was too late. So I lost money here in the spread, and I lost money in the stock. So that's life, that's trading, just moving on here. But there's another stock of GSX. I mean, we were in GSX at $88, and we took profits on GSX right here. But look at this stock, just continue to move higher, a massive profit taking. This is what you call distribution day. And I was watching this for maybe a little bit more base here, let the moving average catch up and enter again. That did not happen for us. RVNC, really nice day on Friday on RVNC. I moved the stop here to 25 now on RVNC. It's the weekly buy setup just triggered here. If it takes out this area right up here, that's what we're looking to take. If this gets taken, if and when this gets taken out, watch for some of these nice big bars. So nice day on volume, looking great, and closed higher within the 25% of this bar. So I like this RVNC. That looks pretty good. NLOC, this is going if earning plays work, then this is going to be one of the best earning plays because long-term base. The only reason I did not play this on Friday in long, I did not play this long Friday. I played TMUS and Zillow long in my day trading. The only reason I did not play this long because it just didn't meet my criteria of bullish gap. It's a bullish gap. It's a long-term bullish, short-term not so much. And I mean, that's the conversation for another day. but it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost 7 days up, and you gap up. You know what's going to happen? There's going to be some profit taking, and that's exactly what you had. Profit taking. It settled in. This is your 15 minute chart. Nice settled in, and boom, it moved higher. And hourly chart same way. So it closed at the high end of the range of Friday. So I am actually looking forward to NLOC to continue its move. Now pins. Let's see what happens. We had a really good start to pins. I moved the stop to 32.40 on pins, so right up here. It should not take out this area. If it takes out, then we're going to retest this area, maybe gap fill. But this looks pretty good. I mean, it stopped right at resistance. Thought it was just going to take out, because the reason I thought, because you've had so much time right here, so much time has gone by. I mean, just so much time that people had time to just sell, up, sell, and finally up. So there's still some Robinhooder maybe holding this stocks. And last one is Tesla. Tesla, I'm super bullish on Tesla. Will we catch a move like this? I don't know, but that's not what I do. I look at the chart, I look at the pattern. I love this base. I wanted to see this breakout, and I've got a 5% position. There's nothing that gonna hurt me from a 5% position, a 6% position standpoint. Entered at 1500 with stop at 1370. So I am not worried about my stop hitting on this anytime soon. So I played this on a weekly chart right here. That's your 1370. That's where I'm at, and I'm not worried about it. And I'm going to let it stop me out, and if it does, I'll re-enter, and we'll see if market changes here at all. And the last one was Autodesk, and the Autodesk, I just didn't like the price action, so we took small profit in Autodesk. But this is also setting up for a breakout, maybe over 250. We'll re-enter on Autodesk, and that's what I have for you this week. This week. And next week we look forward to see some. I think we're gonna see some more chop. The trading hasn't been that fluid. If you see how the markets are trading, especially Qs, the leading stocks are showing some cracks, like Netflix and the Zooms of the world. On the other hand, Microsoft, we still hold a call of Microsoft, and then Facebook. Those of you who played Facebook, really, I mean, this thing is, that's not Facebook, but this thing is really, really got going here on Facebook. And this was a nice setup. I mean, look at the weekly setups. I play almost the same setup, because that's what I've programmed the scanner for. So I play the same setup over and over again until they don't work anymore. So it's trading is pretty boring. I mean, you have to do same thing over and over again. It's nothing cute about it. It's just a lot of persistence, a lot of hard work, and understanding that, hey, if this is going to work, it's going to work. If it's not going to work, it's just not going to work, and then there's going to be another day. So on that note, let's have a great rest of the weekend. Have a great week of trading. I do want to share what's happening as far as our portfolio. We're first week of the month, so I'm not too concerned at the first week of the month. We have a whole month left, but one thing I do want to make it very clear, that there's going to be time when the stops will hit. So we just have to embrace ourselves. So that's what it that's what it looks like, our portfolio. Let me see if I can fit here better for you guys. But that's what it looks like. We are up about 3.5%. So right over here, 3.5%. We're up, $3,500. Last month we did 13%. Can we do 13%? Sure. I don't know. Am I, do I have a goal of doing 30? I have a goal of trading. I don't have I don't set monetary goals in trading. I just set the goal to trade to win, if that makes sense. And I don't want win to taken out of context. I just trade to be consistently profitable in what I do, and what those profits bring me. They bring me, if they go sideways, they go sideways, and then I have to go back to the drawing board, and that's where, if some of the stops starting to get hit, I cut down my trading significantly until I started to build back consistency and wins under my belt. So, lighten up on Friday. We're back to 49%. That's where I feel a little bit comfortable. We went as far as 94%. That was on a very heavy side, but market was, giving with, obviously paying with both hands, so that's fine. Right now we have 8 positions open. So, that's, whenever I get to 12 to 14, I want to offload some of the positions. So we got one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. So, that's how if my positions, and so I should know how many positions I have open. So that's what we have open. Looking forward to a good week. Hope everyone else have a great week of trading, and I'll see some of you in the room and in the day trading alert.